So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready? Ready?
On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
70 Rangers, 7, Buffalo 18.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Now they'll change things up.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Check go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
70 Timberwolf. Warriors 70. Let's go. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here we go, set.
They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 Lion. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a throw right sideline is complete. That's good for a 1st down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
70 Lion. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. And up.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal.
Trap 60. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready, ready.
Looking to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. Here we go.
From the gun, Bigsby. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Now they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Buffalo 18. Panther 11, Panther ready.
Back to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5.
Panther Street, Panther Street. Hey, smash. Check up.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll set up a throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. They're going to try and throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And fights through one man. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, Their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. And it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, third and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Here we go.
But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
19 Tiger. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Hut, hut.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Second and 10.
Come on, set. 18
Well,
Cardinal.
looks like they'll
18
move
Cardinal.
things around here.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 70 Rangers. 7 Buffalo 18. Set go.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Panther 11. 18 Rattler. 18 Warrior 70. Go.
Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And taken right at the 35. Evades the tackler, and now some space. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here, oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Panther 60, Panther 60, 79 Bronco. Set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
On the ready. Set. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Hunt.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Cowboy 80. Let's go now. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 15, Pioneer. Ryan.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this 1st half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Let's go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Here we go. Set.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Ready. Bring it. Ready.
Another run by Bigsby. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a pretty big third down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
Bigsby is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Trey Palmer from 3 yards out. And the Buccaneers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice.
And now off to the races down the right side. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
60 Bobcats, 19 Titan, 19, 70 Rangers, 7 Buffalo 18. Hup.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
2nd and 14. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Head to 60, head to 60. Let's go now.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a 2nd and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And that one complete downfield to Cup. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Ready. 18, Pioneer. Check up.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, go!
Here's a give to Bigsby. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 4.
18, Cardinal,
And now they'll shift things around.
60. Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense, because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Dragon 60. Set. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard.
Ready, break. Reload, reload. Let's go now. Unlock line.
Here's Bigsby. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bucs are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Back to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20.
Warriors 70. Ready.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On the carry, Bigsby. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And now an audible here into something else. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Shut up! 70 Lions! 79 Broncos! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Hawks 70!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This to make it a 3-score game late. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why. And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl. And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Mustang 19. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
19 Lions. Street. Check, Bobcat. Cut 19, go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Okay, ready?
Now 2nd and 3. And Bigsby once more. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Viking 18. Let's go now.
On 3rd down, here's Bigsby. And some room to maneuver. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here we go, set.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Pioneer. Chap 60. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Go check.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Ready? 19 tight. 19. 70 range. 70 range.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go. Right there. Hurt. Check up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Go.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bucs are winners here, as we say. So